I guess I've been tagged by my homie Jessica. What up, Jay? I never call you Jay. I don't know why I just did that. Anyway. Not really. I think I subconsciously made the decision to get dreads way back when I was a little kid. I remember the first time I ever saw dreads, and I was fascinated. Whoa, my cat's having a heart attack. I was totally fascinated by them and thought it was the coolest hairstyle I ever saw. And I was never one to style my own hair. Perms didn't really work out for me because, you know, my hair got to some certain length and it just wouldn't grow past that. And I really wanted long hair for like my entire life, and I'm not good at styling my hair either. So, you know, dreads just was a natural solution for me. No pun intended. I started with double strand twists. So 2 pieces of hair twisted together, and they locked from the bottom up, and it took forever, probably about a whole year before my hair was totally locked up, because I have different types of hair all around my head. Like the top of my head is like a patch of really straight hair, and the rest of my, you know, it's like nappy on the edges, and it's kind of wavy back here in the middle. So, you know, it took about a year. Started with double strand twists, and it was all great after that. My dreads are 6 years, 9 months, 1 week, and 5 days old. I started them on my 19th birthday. Happy birthday to me! See, this question's always kind of weird to me because depending on where it is on my head will determine, you know, which one is actually the longest, not just which one hangs the furthest down, right? So I guess I've never really taken a ruler to any of these things, but I mean, at this point, they're all just long as hell. Not particularly, I don't think. I remember get out of here. She's going crazy. I went through a phase where I started like clipping, my locks started breaking as they will. And so I like the ones that are like curly like this. I like that. I don't know. It's not really special or unique. It's just, it reminds me of when I used to have hair I could comb and shit like that. I counted them once a long time ago. I haven't counted them since. I've never really found myself to be that bored. So, I don't know. I've got a bunch. I think when I counted before, it turned out to be like 70 something or 80 something. I thought it was going to be more than that. And I don't really think that I have more dreads than I started out with, because I mean, I still even have the parts I started out with. I keep these joints pretty clean. I don't really have a select choice of shampoo. I kind of alternate between, you know, one that strips your hair of all the residue and like a moisturizing one. Sometimes I use 2-in-1, shampoo plus conditioner, depending. So it really just depends on my mood, you know, as far as what type of shampoo or conditioner I'll use. As far as stuff to retwist it with, I'll use, I was really heavy on the organic roots, the organic root stimulator lock and twist gel, you know, clear container, purple cap. Lately, because, you know, the gel really does dry your hair out after a while, but I really wanted to stay away from like waxes and stuff like that, because I just felt like it attracted dirt to my hair. You know, it's greasy, it's gonna make the dirt stick, so I didn't like to use that for a while. But my hair started getting really ridiculously dry, and my dreads were snapping in places and getting thin in places. So I since have started using some cream waxes or some beeswax every now and again, but I really don't like the buildup of it, so I have to be careful with it. But yeah, really it just depends on what my hair needs at the time, I guess. I went through a phase, get out of here, where I was washing my hair every single week, once a week at least. Like, I couldn't go longer than a week. I had to be washed and retwisted every single week. Now I think my hair has gotten to a point where I can, you know, I'm hesitant to do it, but I'll go 2 weeks if I need to. I really don't like going longer than that without washing and twisting my hair, and that's just personal preference. I really like them to look like this, fresh all the time, every day. Yes, I do. I wash my hair, I retwist my dreads, and usually every morning before I go do something, I will retwist the front and lay down my edges because they're really soft and I don't want to twist them into my dreads because I don't want to be balding and have a receding hairline. But I do have to be careful with the retwisting of my front anyways, just because, you know, I don't want to over manipulate my hair and pull hair out, which, you know, I'm sure I do anyways, but it's the price I pay for keeping them this fresh, I guess. No, I don't use beads in my hair. As old as these dreads are, I don't put beads on them, I guess. The most I'll do, I like, you know, bows and headbands and, you know, I'll clip things I can clip in my hair. I like that, but I've never played with beads or anything like that. So fresh is so clean, clean. That would pretty much be their motto. No, I'm really happy with my dreads. They turned out the size I wanted them. Like, this was planned out. This wasn't some, you know, fly by the seat of my pants decision. I knew what I was looking for, and I planned it out so that I could have it this way. And I keep up with them so that I don't have to worry about them getting all disgusting and ugly on me in a way that I wouldn't want them to be. So, no, I'm really pleased with the way my dreads turned out. Yes, I've got that piercing, this piercing. I'm tatted up. This is some Bob Marley quote, or Marcus Garvey quote, Bob Marley lyrics from the song Redemption. And my robot, his name is Yami, and that's Bella, his little birdie friend. It's a Leo symbol. Whoa, backwards. Leo symbol tatted on my wrist, and I also have a tramp stamp that I won't bother showing you, and that's a lily. I mean, I know a bunch of people with dreads. You know, it's a fairly common hairstyle these days. I don't know as many people that locks are as fresh as mine, but you know, that's no. And the reason why the answer is no is because I think I pretty actively work to avoid any situation where I would feel discriminated against for any reason, but especially on something so superficial as a hairstyle. Hell no. I don't have any really weird questions ever pop up about my dreads. I've had dumbass questions. Let me see. People always call them braids. For example, they refer to them as braids, like nice braids. These aren't braids. And if your braids look like this, you've probably got a problem with your braids. Yeah, people ask me, so how do you wash those? Or so you can't wash those, right? Like, you know, as if they're assuming that I couldn't. You know, does my hair look dirty to you? And what do you mean, how do I wash it? I wash it with the same way that, you know, anybody else does. It's just probably requires a little bit more soap, time, and water. But other than that, it's pretty much the same process. I don't really understand that question. It's a dumbass question. And that's probably the most common question also, is how or if I wash my dreads. Never had a freak accident involving them. I think about it sometimes. I got hair down my back.